spoiler alert, I love this car. I love the design, I love the technology, I love the interior, and I love the price. This is the new Volvo EX30, and I think it is a fantastic car all round. Let's check out the top 5 things that I like about it now. It starts at £33,000. So this looks amazing, and when you get inside in a minute, or when I get inside in a minute and you're with me, you'll see that it is just as amazing inside. This is such a good looking car, available in multiple colors, which just bring out the best of it. I honestly believe that. So it's amazing value. Now Volvo says this has a very Scandinavian look, and I agree with it. We got our Thor's hammer headlights, which have got segmented LED daytime running lights. Everybody's starting to do that. I think maybe Volvo were one of the first, along with Audi, and Audi, they're getting more and more segmented as you go. And let's jump inside, because I want to show you the inside, because there's something very cool. Now, if you're at home, you probably want one of these to get the best out of your home entertainment system. Well, we've got one in the Volvo EX30, and that is a Harman Kardon soundbar. This is not some poxy little soundbar which barely works. We've got 1,040 watts from 9 speakers and 9 channels with that soundbar. Amazing. And then we have, and I love this, and I think every car should have this, Android Automotive. So we have Google built into this car. We've got Google Maps, we've got Waze, we've got YouTube as well, and we can enjoy everything on here. Let's ignore the fingerprints, and you know what, I wouldn't be shamelessly self-promoting myself if I didn't search for myself. And then we have my YouTube channel. Let's click onto it, and we can watch videos in the car. So let's check out my Lamborghini Urus video. Welcome to the channel. I'm here at Lamborghini Day, and we're going to see in a minute the new Urus SE, so that's great. You can watch videos in your Volvo EX30, and then look at the design in this car. Like, wow, this is an amazing design. This is really good. So the next thing that I like about this car, and no compromise here, is the ambience theme. So we can capture the essence of Scandinavia through these ambience themes. So let's actually see if I can figure out how to get to them, because that's one of these things. Car status. By the way, you can see here, really easy to use. Super simple, very clear animations. This was meant to be a top 5 features, and now I'm just showing you the menu systems on here, so I got slightly ahead of myself here, but very easy to use. So here are the ambience settings. So we've got this setting, which I'm not going to try and pronounce because I got it wrong the last time. We can change to midsummer. Oh, that's very nice. Scandinavian forest bath, or we can have Nordic twilight. Very nice. And then we can end it with the northern lights. Now we're in the daytime right now, as you can't see, but the lights and the ambience inside changes to match these ambient settings. So that is super cool. So we have the amazing value of this car. We have the soundbar, we have Android Automotive, we have the ambience themes, and then we have car mode, which when you're driving gets rid of all the clutter and lets you just see exactly what you need. So fantastic features. So we have the value, we have the soundbar, we have Android Automotive, we have the ambient settings, and we have the car mode. And also look at these little buttons here to open the glove box. There we go, and the glove box opens. Slightly strange and quirky that there's no glove box there, but there is one there. That's pretty cool from Volvo and the EX30. There's one thing that I don't like about it. Keep watching and you'll find out what that is. Let's have a look around the design inside this car. So this is the interior of the car. So we've got an interesting steering wheel squared off, very Volvo-ish. We've got our controls on here, which make it very intuitive and easy to use. And then we also have this really interesting design. So we talked about soundbar. I love the attention to detail. Remember, this is a very high value car, £30,000. We've got wireless charging. We've got an extra compartment down here which you can open up and install more stuff in, so it's like a double-edged. We've got a center console. Oh, this is the other cool thing. This actually will come forward, so you can actually have more space here, and that's where the key is. So you have extra storage here. You have extra storage down here. You have space for your phone. We got massive door bins. I mean, like, these are pretty big, and they're all nicely inside, covered with material so they don't make noise. And then I really like these door vents here, which now you connect the air vents here. And then look at these door handles. These are some of the nicest door handles Like, they remind me of the door handles on my Audi RS3, just nicer and better. And then we have this massive panoramic glass roof. So you know, for the value of this car, this is fantastic value. It really is. Sitting here in the back of this car, I just feel so warm and fuzzy because it's just a really, really lovely interior. This beautiful finish. I love this color. This would probably be the choice actually if I was going to buy any car. If I had a choice of getting seats, I'd probably get them in this sort of pale green color. Whatever it is, I would probably do that. Massive panoramic roof. It feels very comfortable. Now look, compromise to be made here. I'm 1.70 m here. I don't have much knee room. I mean, I've got like one finger's knee room. Headroom, I've got space. I'm comfortable headroom wise. It is very compact back here, but that's the design and that's the shape of the car. But you don't feel cramped, even though maybe you should feel cramped because there isn't that much space. We do have the window switches here as well in the center console. I've never seen that, with 2 USB Type-Cs in the middle and a little space here. And then we've got another space here. In fact, you can even pull it out. And oh look, on the side, we've got moose. What's the plural of moose? Elk? I don't know. But anyway, we've got nice little touches all over the interior like that. I mean, even these seat pockets are like double padded on the inside with contrast colors. Just so much attention to detail in here. Obviously, we've got the material on the 2-part seats here, which just like on the front too. We've got little Sweden flags on the side of the seats. You can't see it from that side, but they're on that side. Volvo says this 428 horsepower EX30 twin motor can do 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, approximately 3.5 seconds. So let's give it a go. Now, this is a high-speed bowl. It's not a direct straight line, so it's not going to be exactly right. But let's go. V-Box Performance Touch Pro is helping me out here with the timings. And here we go. 4.7 seconds. So I think if we were on a straight line road, we would hit that 4.7 seconds down to its 3.7, which is what Volvo are saying. Now we're on a high-speed bowl. Well, let's just check the handling of high-speed bowl. So I have to say, this is very stable. It's a tiny bit bouncy compared to actually the Moda E5 Comfort, which I was driving, but it's weird that it feels a bit more bouncy, but it is still very, very capable. It feels more stable at high speeds too, which I think is a really good thing to take into consideration. One thing I don't like about this car, really annoys me, is the indicator. It's one of these annoying indicators which doesn't go down all the way like BMW used to do and they stopped doing. I hate that indicator. It's just the motion, the mechanism doesn't live up to the rest of this car. But again, nitpicking, right? Let's see how it handles. So we're on a city course right now, and this replicates what it's like being in a city. So we've got tight roads. They're not fast corners, but they allow us to replicate a city. And I feel like here, driving, the steering is pretty precise. And I feel like we're on top of any turns and corners here, although my phone is moving around in the wireless charging area. As a small SUV, this car really does live up to its position as a tight handling car, which is great for the city and great for driving around. So comfortable, easy to drive. Obviously, we don't even need to talk about the advanced technology in this car, which keeps it safe because it's got everything in it. Plus we have Android Automotive and we've got all of the technology on there. I mean, it's just got everything you could want in a little car, and it's at a fantastic price. What do we have in terms of space on the back? Press a little button here. So 318 liters of space here. Look at this. We've got the specifications for the size of the car, the amount of room it can take, how far the seats can go forward, and what you can fit in the back of this car. A pram, suitcase, a plant, carry-on suitcase. I don't know what that is. Oh, golf clubs. That looks like a Dalek, probably not. A lamp, and an even bigger set of golf clubs. A little set of golf clubs? I don't know what's going on there. Another little attention to detail, fun thing on this car that I think is really cool. I'm very impressed with the quality of the inside of this car for the value of it. £33,000 starting, and obviously there are different models, different power, different ranges, but like this is just a really airy, special interior. And you know what it reminds me of? Lucid. Lucid have some fantastic interiors, and actually Rivian too, but Lucid have their themed interiors like Montana and Santa Monica, and I probably made Montana up, but they have themed interiors, and just like them, Volvo have done the same thing here based on the Scandinavian vibes, and we got these amazing seats, you know, just like, oh wow, I mean, really, really impressed with the interior of this. And let's talk about the various specs and options for this car, because there are two main options. We've got a 272 horsepower single motor or a 428 horsepower twin motor, and we've got a 51 or 61 kilowatt hour battery, which gives between 209 and 279 miles of range. Now, this is kind of the only bit which I think is negative, and I think I've got the same feeling about the Moda E5, which was fantastic, similar price, and really, really nice as well inside, interior wise and everything. And my issue is, I just don't think these ranges are big enough. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying these ranges are poor by any means. I'm just saying that 270, 200 miles, that's not real world usage. WLTP is going to be less. So, you know, it might be that this car is getting a lot less than that. And I haven't tested the range, I haven't had the opportunity. Maybe I'm wrong, but that would be my one concern. So I think you'd have to get the bigger battery. I think you have to get the 279 mile range, and maybe you'll get 250 out of it, maybe, just depending on how the car drives and weather and where you're driving it and your trips, etc., etc. I think 50, 60, even 70 kilowatt hour batteries are too small. The batteries either need to be bigger or the cars need to be a lot more efficient. And I don't think the efficiency is there. So I think you need bigger batteries to get better ranges, especially when you have hybrids coming in now with 60, 70 miles of electric only range, like the new Passat from VW and the new Tiguan. I think for the price, this is fantastic value, and it would be on my list. And if I was after a small hatchback SUV EV, you know, I would buy one of these. I really would. I think I'd try and live with the range, but I think it could be better. That's all I would say. I am absolutely in love with this EV. I think it's one of my favorite EVs I've ever had the pleasure of seeing. If you want to see some other cars that I think are equally amazing, then check them out here.